What that actually means is that you've already also grown in your ability to be able to withstand volatility and to be able to grow and become better emotionally. Because this is what I'll say, investing in a market is an emotions game. It's either your emotions rule over you and it won't be something that's very, very efficient or effective, or you rule over your emotions and then you execute properly.
Shari Shari.
Hey guys, so I want to start this video off with this. Every time the year comes to a close, you always look forward for greater and amazing things. And if you look at the structure of how 2021 was, everyone was so optimistic and excited on how 2022 would be as we were hopefully nearing the tail end of COVID. But there were a lot of things that happened in this entire cycle that somehow weren't exactly how people wanted it to be. What do I mean about this? We saw Russia invade Ukraine, which had a ripple effect on gas prices, which when gas prices start to go up also, it impacts inflation already, which because of all of the supply chain / logistical concerns, plus all of the printing that the US government has done, inflation has already been a concern. Please remember this, in a lot of the videos that I created, I mentioned that one of the reasons why the US markets went up, why the crypto market went up, was there was a lot of free money moving around. However, there's no free money anymore. The government's tightening their monetary policy, and in the same way, they've increased interest rates. In the same span of time also, I have been talking about investing in the US markets and that you can do that also via Shari Shari. If you have not heard me talk about Shari Shari, check out my basic videos about it. They're all in the description below. What's interesting about it is that it has given access to Filipinos like you and me who want a regulated platform and to be able to come in for roughly 50 to 55 pesos to be able to buy a stock. And that's something that has not been available for Filipinos, especially for me, who have been investing for quite some time. Having the ability to be able to have a regulated platform, to have access to US stocks and to be able to do it commission-free and for $1 is utterly amazing. I want to share a couple of things in this video that I hope makes you a better investor and makes you realize that investing is the game. If you realize it, from where we are now, end of August, start of September 2022, you're still standing. The companies, in the midst of all of this fear, uncertainty, and doubt, have still been standing. If you look at it, Coca-Cola, people didn't stop drinking Coke just because interest rates were higher or inflation were higher. And even if you look at the stock price, it's generally weathering off. The same could be said also to P&G, to Nike, to Starbucks. And if you look at it, even the tech stocks that have been heavily battered, the biggest drop was a couple of months ago. It's normal for markets to go down. Markets cannot go up forever, and markets cannot also stay down forever as well. If you've invested and started to dabble into the US markets in the midst of all of this uncertainty, and you are okay right now, you would also do better and be far better in the years to come. Why? Investing skills are formed when the market is bearish. You get better when times are bad, not when times are better. For those of you who started to invest in Shari Shari and started also to deploy capital, if somehow you felt that I'm comfortable about this, the stocks and the companies that I've invested in, they haven't closed down. And especially for those who started to dabble into ETFs that track the S&P 500 or that track NASDAQ, then generally dips like this becomes opportunities for you to be able to stack, build the base, because ETFs, especially the ones that track S&P 500, drop but bounce higher than where they were before. And it's been an interesting journey also to be able to share and talk about US markets and to see a platform like Shari Shari and give access to this to a lot of Filipinos around. And if you have not tried it yet, what's key, aside from everything else that I've mentioned, is that they give you the ability and the choice to invest in 2,500 stocks. That if you have been watching, or at least you have been tracking Philippine markets, exposure to Philippine stocks is about 200. Now, you now have the ability to choose between 2,500, but not just ordinary stocks. You have the chance to be exposed to technology. You have the chance to be exposed to the largest stocks in the planet. And sharing US stocks over the past 6 months, the ability to invest in US stocks for $1 and commission-free, somewhat interesting because this allows Filipinos who are just starting out to actually have the ability to invest without breaking the bank, without spending a lot of money to actually try it. And I hope that over the past 6 months that we have been talking about this, that you actually tried, you actually invested, and you've actually seen it already that, okay, in a 6-month period, the markets may be down. For those that are up, that means that also you were able to temper your emotions and you started stacking when everything was fearful. For those that are currently down and your time horizons are generally long also, what that actually means is that you've already also grown in your ability to be able to withstand volatility and to be able to grow and become better emotionally. Because this is what I'll say, investing in a market is an emotions game. It's either your emotions rule over you and it won't be something that's very efficient or effective, or you rule over your emotions and then you execute properly. That's why when I mentioned in a previous video with Shari Shari that you can actually just do dollar cost average and add a specific amount on a regular basis because it removes the emotion attached to it. Always look at it from that perspective. Wealth is created when there's fear because you get to buy things when everything is cheap. The whole goal of this channel, and even for those who've read my books in the past or at least attended my keynote talks, is that the goal is to spread financial awareness to a lot of people. Above creating an awareness is execution. Because if we just keep on watching and don't actually execute and try it, all of this would not be worthwhile. Why am I saying this? Shari Shari also has a new feature which is a referral link system. Execution is in a way you investing for yourself, but number two, also execution in a way that if you believe in stock investing so much and over the past 6 months you've had a good time using Shari Shari, you can use their feature refer a friend and also get incentivized in the process as well. So what's nice about that is you get to educate people, you get to help them also. Instead of spending money, they get to actually build and buy an asset class. But in the same way, you also help them execute. But above and beyond them helping them execute, you also get incentivized by Shari Shari for doing so. Just to summarize everything that I've said, we've seen volatility in the markets. We've talked massive amounts of content. We've talked a lot about investing in the US stock market while there was volatility. But if you survived the volatility and you've mastered your emotion while all of that was going on, then you'll be a better investor for the long term. If you're up in this period, that actually means you get to pat yourself also in the back. Because if you're profitable when times are bad, how much more when times are good? If you have not started in the US markets yet, check out Shari Shari because they're regulated here in the Philippines. It's commission free when you make your trades. You can start by $1, 50, 55 pesos. It's a seed for you. And I just want to encourage you, your bonus is coming in the next few months. Treat that as a bonus. Don't spend it on things that you don't need to impress other people that don't even like you. Invest it on something that will build your future. Investing in the stock market is one of them. And with Shari Shari, you have over 2,500 stocks that you can actually choose from that allows you to be able to select, pick, and choose the ones that you've had a large amount of conviction with. And lastly, you can share it also to your friends because of their new referral system. I hope you guys learned a lot from everything that we've talked about. If you want to learn more about Shari Shari, I'll put the link down in the description below. If you want to be part of it, you want to invest, you want to refer a friend, you want to start analyzing US stocks, or you want to actually execute and put $1 to be able to buy, check them out. Time is your greatest asset. Use what you have to be able to grow what you have. Keep on studying, keep on learning, and start executing. I'll always be here. Whenever you need me, put it down in the comment section below. I'll try to make videos for you about it. And I really do hope that your journey towards investing, that your journey in the stock market, particularly in the US stock market, is something that will be very fruitful for you, and you will look back at your time as an investor that 2022 was your starting point. 2022 was the tipping point that made your life better. And that's all I want. And that's the reason why this channel exists. We want to see more people move from consumers to investors. We get to change and frame the next generation that they'll be better because of us saving and investing and building something that lasts. So there, I hope you guys got a lot, and I hope that this was something that was insightful for all of you and it helped you and pushed you, and it would be a voice of reason. In spite of all that's going on, you survived the uncertainty, you survived the volatility, you're doing well, you're profitable, you're wiser, you're more experienced, and it's something that will leverage and protect you and propel you to reach whatever dreams, to reach whatever goals, to reach whatever plans that you have towards financial freedom. That's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.